Child, open your eyes slowly. Do not rush. You are safe now.
Where am I? This doesn't look like the hospital. I remember machines. My legs felt heavy, then nothing.
You have passed from the world of time into the world of eternity.
Am I dead?
Your earthly body has rested, but you, the real you, are fully alive.
Why? Why can I move them better? My fingers aren't shaking. My legs, they're not stiff. I can stand.
Because what limited you on earth was not who you were, it was what you carried.
All my life, people called me disabled. Some were kind, some stared, some prayed over me like I was broken.
The world names what it does not understand. Heaven names what God has always known.
Did God see me differently than people did?
He saw you clearly, even when others only saw your condition.
Angel, I used to ask God at night, why me? Sometimes I felt guilty for asking.
Questions asked in pain are not sins. Silence without trust is the real danger.
So, where will someone like me go after death?
That question has brought you here, and the one who formed you before your body existed will answer you himself.
Angel, can I tell you something I never told anyone?
You may speak freely here.
Sometimes I felt like a burden. My parents loved me, but I saw the tiredness, the worry, the hospital bills.
Love that sacrifices is not burdened, it is refined.
But I couldn't serve God like other kids. I couldn't kneel long. I couldn't go to church often.
Who told you God counts service the way humans do?
People said, when you grow up, you'll do great things for God, but I knew my body wouldn't let me.
Then hear this carefully. God never measured your life by what your body could perform.
Then what did He measure?
Your trust, your endurance, your heart that still reached for Him when life hurt.
Angel, what if I didn't understand everything about God? What if I couldn't explain faith well?
Understanding is not the doorway to heaven. Belonging is.
God, before you say anything else, can I ask something honestly? Not something I memorize. Not something someone told me to say. Something that has stayed in my heart since I was very small.
Ask my son. I have heard every unspoken thought you ever carried.
Why? Why did you let me be born like this? I watched other children run. I watched them speak clearly. I watched them laugh without their bodies fighting them. And I kept wondering, did I do something wrong before I was born?
No, you were not born as a result of sin you committed.
But people said sickness comes because of sin. Some even said my parents lacked faith. Some said you were testing them. Some said you were angry.
Listen carefully. When my disciples asked me a similar question, I answered them clearly. Neither this man nor his parents sinned. John 9 verse 3.
Then why did it happen to me?
Because you were born into a broken world, not a broken purpose.
God, there's something I carried inside me for a very long time. And even now that I stand here healed and whole, the memory of it still lingers in my heart. When I was on earth, I often wondered why my life felt heavier than others. I watched children run while I struggled to stand. I watched classmates speak freely while my words came slowly. I watched people look away from me, not because I was evil, but because I was different. There were days I asked myself questions I never said out loud. I wondered if my condition made me less valuable. I wondered if my prayers were heard the same way as others. I wondered if my suffering meant I was being punished or forgotten. Some people treated me kindly, but many didn't know what to do with me. Some laughed, some stared, some avoided me completely. And there were moments, God, when I felt invisible even though I was right there. I tried to be strong. I tried to smile. I tried to believe that you had a purpose. But sometimes, in the quiet of the night, I felt tired not just in my body, but in my soul. So I need to understand now, standing before you in truth. Why did you allow my life to be so difficult when others seem to live so easily? Why did you allow me to carry pain I did not choose? And did my suffering truly matter to you?
My child, every word you have spoken has always been known to me. Not one tear you shed fell without meaning. and not one night of silent pain went unseen. When you were formed, you were not created by mistake. Your condition was not an accident, and your life was never a punishment. Long before the world measured value by strength, I measured it by the heart. You lived in a broken world, a world shaped by sin, decay, and human limitation. Disabilities exist not because I delight in suffering, but because creation itself groans under the weight of imperfection. Yet even within that brokenness, I was working something eternal in you. Your suffering was not wasted. It refined your spirit, shaped your compassion, and drew your heart closer to me in ways comfort never could. While others trusted in their strength, you learned dependence. While others boasted in ability, you learned humility. The world saw limitation, I saw endurance. The world saw weakness, I saw faith. The world measured you by what you could not do. I measured you by who you were becoming. Scripture says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. That promise was alive in you, even when you did not feel it. Every moment you chose hope instead of bitterness mattered. Every time you trusted me despite confusion mattered. And now, standing here, you see clearly what earth could not show you. Your life carried eternal weight.
Child, hear this truth carefully, because many on earth never understand it. Heaven does not measure worth the way the world does. Here, crowns are not given for physical perfection, but for perseverance. While others ran freely, you walked a harder road, and that road shaped glory within you. Angels watched as you endured moments that would have broken many. Your quiet courage echoed louder in heaven. Then the loud achievements of those who never struggled. Your life testified to something greater than comfort. It testified to faith under pressure, and that testimony remains written in eternity.
Then my pain was not meaningless. My struggles were not ignored, and my life was not small in your eyes. God, hearing this heals something deep within me. I finally understand that I was never less, only different. And that difference was not a curse, but a story you were writing with purpose.
Yes, my child. And now that understanding has replaced confusion, your heart is free. What was once heavy is now light. What was once broken is now whole.
God, there's one question that stayed with me even after everything you have shown me. It is not asked in anger, and not in fear. It is asked because my heart wants to understand. I did not live long on earth. My life ended while others were just beginning theirs. I never became a man. I never experienced adulthood. I never fulfilled the dreams my parents had for me, or the plans people thought I would grow into. Sometimes, when I look back, I wonder why my journey was so short. I watched people older than me grow old, make mistakes, learn lessons, and still have time to change. But my time felt brief, like a candle that burned out quickly. There were things I wanted to do. There were words I wanted to say. There were moments I hoped to experience. And sometimes I wondered, did I leave too early? Was my story unfinished? I know now that I am healed and at peace. But I want to understand with clarity. Why did my life end so soon? Why was my race shorter than others? And did my short life truly accomplish what you intended?
My child, length of life is not the measure of purpose. Many live long and never fulfill what they were created for, while others live briefly and complete their assignment fully. Your life was not cut short, it was completed. What I appointed for you to do was done in the time you were given. You fulfilled your calling not through years, but through faith, endurance, and trust. Scripture says, "The righteous perish, and no one takes it to heart. They enter into peace. They rest in their beds." Isaiah 57 verses 1 to 2. Your passing was not a tragedy in heaven. It was a transition into rest. I do not measure life by calendars or age, but by obedience and heart posture. You walked the path given to you faithfully. You endured challenges that required spiritual strength far beyond your years. What you could not do on earth, you now inherit fully in eternity. Nothing was stolen from you. Everything was preserved for you. Your story did not end early. It simply continued here, where sickness, limitation, and pain no longer exist. And know this truth deeply. Your short life impacted others more than you realized. Your courage shaped hearts. Your endurance softened spirits. Your presence revealed my compassion through human fragility.
Child, heaven does not mourn the length of a life. It celebrates fulfillment. Many who lived long lives arrive here carrying regret, unfinished obedience, and wasted time. But you arrived whole? Angels recorded every moment you trusted God despite confusion. Your life was not measured by milestones, but by meaning. You ran the race given to you and crossed the finish line with faith intact. In heaven's records, your life is complete, honorable, and precious.
Then I did not miss anything that truly mattered. Then my life was not incomplete. Then my story was not cut off before its time. God, this understanding brings peace deeper than words. I see now that eternity does not begin after a long life. It begins after a faithful one.
Yes, my child. And now you stand where time no longer limits joy, and purpose no longer carries pain. What was once brief is now endless.
God, now that I understand where I am, now that I see that my body is whole, my mind is clear, and my heart is free, there is one more thing I want to ask, not for myself, but for those I left behind. There are children like me still on earth, children who cannot speak clearly, children who cannot walk, children whose bodies do not obey them, children whose minds struggle to express what they feel inside. Some people look at them and think they are broken. Some think they are being punished. Some think they are forgotten. Some even wonder if they are less important to you. And there are parents, tired parents, praying parents, parents who cry in secret and wonder if their child's life has meaning beyond suffering. God, please tell them the truth. Tell them where children like me go. Tell them how you see us. Tell them if our lives truly matter to you.
My child, listen carefully, because this truth must reach the earth. No disability disqualifies a soul from heaven. No physical limitation cancels eternal destiny. No neurological condition separates anyone from my love. I formed every soul before the body was shaped. Before illness touched the flesh, I already knew the spirit. Before weakness appeared, purpose was assigned. Scripture declares, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. That knowing was not conditional. It was complete. Children like you are not mistakes. They are not punishments. They are not forgotten. They are living testimonies of humility, dependence, patience, and unconditional love. To those who cannot understand fully on earth, I am gentle in judgment. To those whose minds were limited by flesh, I judge the heart, not the condition. Jesus himself said, "Let the little children come to me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." Matthew 19 verse 14. He did not add conditions. He did not exclude disability. Every child who trusted me, even without words, is received with joy. Every soul who suffered in the body but remained innocent in spirit is welcomed into rest.
Heaven records suffering differently than earth does. What humans call weakness, heaven calls endurance. What humans call limitation, heaven calls trust. What humans pity, heaven honors. Children with disabilities often carry burdens others could not survive. Their lives soften hearts, test faith, and reveal love in its purest form. Many parents will one day learn that their caregiving was worship, their patience was prayer, their tears were offerings seen by God.
Then tell them I am not trapped anymore. Tell them I am not confused anymore. Tell them I am not struggling anymore. Tell them I run now. Tell them I speak clearly now. Tell them I laugh freely now. Tell them that where I am, pain has no memory. Tell them that heaven did not reject me, it embraced me.
Yes, my child, and I will tell them through voices like this. To every parent watching, your child's life is sacred. To every caregiver listening, your labor is seen. To every person living with disability, you are known, loved, and prepared for glory. Scripture says, the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that shall be revealed. Romans 8 verse 18. What was broken on earth is restored here. What was limited in time is limitless in eternity. What was painful is now peaceful.
God, I am ready now, ready to stay where love has no condition, ready to live where bodies never fail, ready to exist where no one is questioned for how they were born. Thank you for seeing me when others did not. Thank you for loving me beyond my condition. Thank you for giving me eternity when earth gave me struggle.
Welcome home, my child. You were never forgotten. You were always mine.